Assalamu alaikum and welcome to morEwish cuisine. Making Sehri in Ramadan can be a pretty tough job at times, especially when it comes in summer. So I am sharing easy way to prepare your Sehri in few minutes with these parathas which can be frozen and has a flaky layered texture and a wonderful aroma guaranteed to please any appetite. So let's go and see what we need for this recipe. So things we need for this recipe will be, we need some all-purpose flour maida. So I am sharing two options here. You can buy bleached all-purpose flour or you can go for unbleached all-purpose flour, which I usually buy for my baking, for parathas and rotis. So again, it's gonna be a different texture and different color. So if you wanna go for a street kind, Pathan ke hotel like kind of a paratha, so go for the bleached one. I prefer to use unbleached because that's a little bit more healthier, but again, sometimes you can use the unhealthier version as well. So let's go and see the rest of the ingredients. I have some salt, granulated sugar, I'll be using some baking powder, then I'll be adding some oil in the dough as well. Then I have some milk to knead the dough. And for the layering, I'll be using some vegetable shortening. Now for the people who doesn't have access to that shortening, you can use Unipuff or Master Puff, which we use for puff pastries. So these are all the ingredients. Let's go and make it happen. Now since we are freezing our parathas, we need some plastic wrap as well to separate our parathas so they don't stick when we take them out. And I bought this cello wrap, the clear one from Dollar Tree. What I did, I put some plate to eyeball the size of the parathas and then I cut them into little squares and I kept all the squares on the side. You can ask your kids for the help, they would love to do these kind of jobs. Now in a mixing bowl, add all-purpose flour, salt, sugar, baking powder, oil, and then pour in some milk, and with the dough hook attached, start mixing until everything is completely combined. Then very slowly start adding room temperature water until everything is combined and collected, and then knead the dough for like 5-10 more minutes until you have a very soft and smooth dough. And then you can do this process with hand as well, like you do for your regular parathas. Now cover your dough and let it rest for at least 20 to 30 minutes and then we'll start rolling it. Now when you're ready to make parathas, just take equal amount of dough and start making dough balls with the help of dry flour, and like you usually make for your parathas or rotis at home. Now comes to the layering of your parathas. Today I'm showing you guys two ways to layer your parathas. One is a very common and usual way, and I already shared that way with you guys in many of my other parathas recipe. So just take a dough ball and start rolling with the help of dry flour. It doesn't have to be exact circle at this time, so just roll it down and stretch as much as you can, and then spread vegetable shortening all over it. You can use ghee or oil, but since I'm sharing the recipe which gonna be copycat for a packaged frozen paratha, so I'm using shortening. And then sprinkle some dry flour and then roll it like a Swiss roll, as you can see here, and then just roll it and stretch the rope as much as you can. Then take one end and start turning into a circle, take the other hand and tuck it underneath, and using method number one paratha dough ball is ready. And now come to method number 2. So just take a ball and start rolling. For this method, stretch the dough as much as you can and make it as thin as it's possible. So just stretch it and then spread the vegetable shortening or ghee. I prefer vegetable shortening for this folding method. And then you have to start folding like accordion fold, like we used to make fan in our childhood. So just one fold goes parallel to another fold. So here you can see, just pick up and then one parallel another, the accordion fan fold method. So here I'll show again the closer look. Here you can see the dough is very thin. So just pick up, bring it to a certain level and then one parallel fold and another. Then with very light hand, just try to stretch the rope as much as you can, like we did in first method. And then just roll the rope and then take one end and bring the other end together and tuck it underneath. Here you can see the difference. You can still see the layers in this method. So let the dough rest for a while and then start rolling for parathas. So you can use either of the method. Method number 2 will give you more flaky and layered parathas. It's a little more time consuming, little extra work, and you need a lot of muscles since you are stretching and rolling again and again, but the result would be awesome. You will get something exactly like you get from chai ke hotel kind of a paratha. So just start rolling. Since it has vegetable shortening, it will be a little more sticky, so you need a lot of dry flour while you're rolling. Here you can see I'm just sprinkling dry flour again and again, and then just roll until you get your desired thickness. So while you are rolling, you can still see the layers and then flakiness. I'll show you the close-up. Here you can see all the layers are coming out. Now since we are going to freeze those parathas, so what I did, I put the plastic sheet on top of the plate, and in between all the parathas goes my plastic sheet, and another piece of plastic sheet goes on top of the paratha, and then this will go in the freezer until they are completely frozen. Now I will show you how to fry these paratha. I was just rolling and thought to share it with you guys. So my paratha is not frozen, but you will follow the exact same step for your frozen paratha. So just put your frozen paratha on a heated griddle and let it cook from one side, and then flip, and if you want you can fry it with the help of little oil or ghee, since it has vegetable shortening. So if you want, you can skip that step as well. Now fry your paratha on medium heat until your paratha get very nice golden color on both sides. And then transfer your paratha on a piece of paper towel to absorb excess oil. I wish you can hear that crunchiness and crispiness. You can see how flaky and how much layer this paratha have. And you can have it with in sahur, you can have it with shami kebab or leftover salad, and it's great for kids lunches if you have small kids like me who are not fasting. So when your parathas are completely frozen, just label one Ziploc bag and with the plastic wrap layered, and just transfer those parathas in your Ziploc bag, seal it tightly and keep it in the freezer, and use it whenever you want in Ramadan or even after Ramadan for your breakfast. So what really impresses me about these paratha is the way that all one need is a hot frying pan with no oil or ghee or very little oil, into which one places the frozen paratha, and then in few minutes one can have restaurant style food for sahur or for breakfast. And if you try this recipe at home, don't forget to take a picture and tag me on Facebook, Twitter or on Instagram with the hashtag Ramadan with morEwish. And if you want to learn something else, let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I try to make it happen for you guys. Please remember me and my family in your prayers, and once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this recipe, click on the links to enjoy more recipes like this.